Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jamel Fields. Hope you're having a great day today. And I decided to shoot this video to talk about life. I hope that this video can actually help you get to where you are right now to actually where you want to be as far as accomplishing your goals and your dreams. And so I wanted to talk about life on this video and what happens from the point that we are born and to the point that we are at today. And so when you're born, you're actually pure. You're a newborn baby. You're a bundle of joy. And you're actually pure, like this glass of water. You're clear, you're good, you're all positive, and there are absolutely zero flaws. There's nothing wrong with you. You're a blank slate, ready to accomplish life, live out your goals and your dreams. And you're just you're so fresh. But what tends to happen is you grow up a little bit. And you start getting into some things. You want to explore and find out new things and see what things are. And you begin to hear, no, don't do that. Don't touch that. And you start finding out that it ain't all fun and dandy. So what happens? You get just a little bit of negativity dropped in you. Just a little. And there's not much difference, Still clean. Still drinkable. But what tends to happen is you end up going to daycare. And you get around other kids that are just like you. Maybe you're almost 1 year old. Maybe you're 2 years old. And then you get around other kids whose parents may teach them to do things that you don't get taught. Maybe you're swearing. You're hearing cuss words. Or you happen to fight and defend yourself and fight for toys and snotty noses and all the bad things that can happen at daycare. You all know what goes on. And so now you get a little bit more negativity actually dropped into you. You get around other kids, you get around, other adults, and they start teaching you about life. And so now, as you can see, you're not so pure, you're not so clean anymore. And that once beautiful bundle of joy that had all of these possibilities and dreams begin to look a little tainted. Negativity has actually set in and got into you. And so what happens? You go to school, and now you meet your kindergarten or your pre-K teacher or your first grade teacher, and then they begin to teach you certain things. Don't color outside of the line. Make sure you stand in line. Put your hands behind your back. Make sure you're here on time. All of these different things, and now you have adults that are starting to drop a little negativity in you. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be something super, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, astronaut, a teacher. And a lot of times those careers are great. But if you say something that's a little bit outside of the box, maybe you say you want to own the Houston Rockets. They're going to say, oh, wait a minute. Maybe you need to do something different. They pour a little bit more negativity in you. Then you graduate, that everybody told you to go out, graduate so you can get a good job, and then all of a sudden you living inside of a box. You get more negativity poured into you. People tell you can't do this, you can't do that. You tell people your dreams or your goals or things that you want to accomplish, and everybody beating you down, telling you what you can't do. And then what happens? Let's see what the outcome is. Now all of a sudden that once pure baby that had all of these dreams and ambitions and goals and had their whole life in front of them, now all of a sudden they're in their mid-20s, early 30s, mid-30s, early 40s, even the 50s, 60s. And all of a sudden what was once pure enough to even just drink and enjoy, now you begin to be tainted, full of negativity because you're watching the news, right? You're hearing about Ebola. Watching all this negative news. Looking at the newspapers. Watching everything that has to do with negative things on television. All of these TV shows that are pouring that negative stuff inside of you. And now nobody wants to drink you. And so you're wondering, how can I actually accomplish my goals and dreams? What happened? Nobody ever told me life would be this difficult, this hard. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you're going to a job that you don't like. Going to a job that you don't like. Around people that you don't like. With a boss that you don't like. And all of a sudden you're full of all of this negative energy. And so what happens is you end up seeing somebody like me shooting this video here on Facebook, here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you may see this video, on a blog. And you say, man, this guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. Man, I see him taking all of these vacations. He just may be what I'm looking for. Somebody that can give me some information that can help me get to where I want to go. And so we end up connecting. You send me a message. You actually call me. We connect. And then I begin to share with you my story and how I, started from being a college dropout to actually becoming a full-time entrepreneur, having success in this industry of network marketing. And you meet somebody who's positive. They post just a little positivity in you. Not much difference. I tell you you actually partner up with me, and I tell you to start reading some books. I recommend a few books to you. Maybe I tell you to go out and read this book, The Science of Getting Rich. I pour a little bit more positivity in you. Matter of fact, let's get to the real deal. I tell you to go out and get this book called Think and Grow Rich, because now you're beginning to spill over. I mean, you're getting all of this positive in you, but some people are still trying to pour their last bit of negativity in you, because they're telling you, you need to stick with what you're doing. You have a good career. But I tell you, hey, go read this book called Think and Grow Rich. And you go get Think and Grow Rich. A little bit more positivity go into you. Still not much difference. I say, go read Rhinoceros Success. Go read The Parable of the Pipeline. Go read What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And all of that information, you go out and you start buying these books, and people start telling you you're crazy. Why are you buying all those books? Why are you starting to read that information? But what am I doing? I'm helping pour some positivity in you. And some people say, well, you still look the same. You're not making all of this money. I don't see much difference, right? They don't see much difference. Because in their eyes, you still look exactly the same. But I say, hey, go pick up an iPod. Go get you this iPod, and I'm going to load this iPod full of personal development that you can listen to every single day, every single night, that's actually going to help you, change from being negative, change from that mindset to becoming positive. And all of a sudden, I invite you to come to one of our events, and you get around all of these positive people. You meet my brother, John Fields, who's a dynamic leader in this industry. You meet my mom, Donna Fields, who's dynamic in this industry. And all of a sudden, you meet my mentors and my coaches, and now you're around all of these positive people who are all pure, who are all making money, who are all having success, who are all living a lifestyle you want to live, and we begin to pour into you all of this positivity. You get around all of these positive people who start pouring into you, and what was once so negative, what was once so laughed at and talked about, now all of a sudden, you're back pure and clean. But you've been saturated with positive information. You've been saturated by positive associations. Birds of a feather flock together. Who you hang with makes a big difference in where you're going. So you have to get around people who are positive. Get around people who are going to pour positive things into you, give you certain things that you can read, certain things that you can listen to, certain events that you can attend, and one day you will see yourself living out all of your goals and dreams, being back pure just like you was when you were a baby. I hope this video helps you. Get around some positive people. Connect with me. Send me a message. I would love to talk with you. I would love to share with you what we're doing with this opportunity, because you can be pure again. I hope this video helped you. I'll talk to you on the next one. Have a good day.